think for athletes in particular, you never know when your career is going to be over. Could you be just an injury at one stage when you think you're on top of your game, and then all of a sudden it's the end? So it's really important to be thinking about what is next and what you are investing in. So we educate our players on being able to either go out and do a trade or educate themselves through university, but there's obviously that financial element too. So not just us, along with their managers, try and guide them and put things in front of them to give them an opportunity to work out exactly what works for them. So as I said, those players who go out and can earn a lot of money, by the time they finish their career, they can actually have set themselves up for a long post-career, have they invested well. I was actually reading My 4-Year-Old Property Investor and all the lessons that were coming out of it. I guess part of my role at the football club is trying to help young players outside of football as much as is inside of football. So I thought there'd be some good lessons for them, and as well that our staff as well, who can obviously learn a lot from that as well. So I thought it was a really good book, and ended up reaching out to Cam. I just sent him an email cold and sort of said, mate, is there any chance we can catch up for a coffee? And Cam and I went and had a coffee, and again I spoke about football players and I guess what they go through. They can earn some big money at times, and then obviously when you retire, most of that goes away and you go into other jobs. So I thought it'd be good to actually start helping set up our players. We've got really good staff here who do a lot of work in that area. And also we've got a really good past players program, which I'm the vice president of the past players. So I sort of thought bringing all that together with the expertise of Cam and the people at OpenCorp really help us set our players up. Yeah, OpenCorp's presentation was sensational for us. We had everyone in the theatre, so all players and all staff, and I think what it was about an hour and a half introduction to a lot of property development and property investing, and some myths as well. I think that's a big thing, that there's obviously so much out there, what type of properties you should be buying, and you can get advice from a lot of different people, but everyone's got their own agendas. So I thought it was good how OpenCorp spoke about all those different agendas and all the ways that you can be sort of tricked and make the wrong decisions. And it was just an education piece. So I helped our players and staff, and from there, each of them had their own opportunity to go away, read the book themselves, which a lot of them did, and then from there, obviously go and meet the people at OpenCorp if they wanted to go through their own personal situation and meet with their managers and actually discuss where they were at and what they wanted to get out of it. Probably the other thing that I really like about OpenCorp was the fact that there's no pressure. So when I caught up with Cam and the team, they gave us a lot of education on it and said, look, you come to us if you're interested in hearing more. We'll sit down with you and go through your individual circumstance, which is really important because everyone's got different lives and different commitments. So that was a big thing for me, that there was no pressure from the company. The feedback was really positive from not only the playing group but from the staff as well. So a lot of people learn a lot around investing in property and things that they didn't know before. But on top of that, there was even those who are a lot more experienced in the property industry and property investment that found out little hints here and there as well. So it was great for the whole team to come out from OpenCorp and give some more education for everyone. I think what I'd say to someone who is looking to invest is go and do your research and find out from the experts. As I said earlier, I think there's a lot of myths out there. There's a lot of people that have their own agendas, and you just get as much information as you possibly can and then go from there. So I guess that's why the book was so good for me, to actually hear broken down, because I'm not someone who had a lot of experience in property, but to actually get it broken down in My 4-Year-Old Property Investor actually helped the way that it all came together.